Many ancient routes, developed long before modern infrastructure, remain relevant today due to their strategic advantages. Here's how they're often exploited for illicit purposes: drug trafficking and smuggling networks. Many trails originally created by Native Americans or other indigenous groups crisscross continents, providing pathways through dense forests, mountainous terrain, or sparsely populated regions. These features make them ideal for smuggling drugs, weapons, or other contraband. Examples include old trading routes in the U.S. Mexico borderlands, such as the Camino Real de Tierra Adentro, or lesser-known desert paths, which have been appropriated by cartels. Similarly, trails in Southeast Asia, like portions of the Ho Chi Minh Trail, have seen use in modern narcotics trade. Human trafficking and illegal migration. Historic escape routes, such as those used during the Holocaust or by freedom seekers on the Underground Railroad, serve as templates for moving individuals covertly across borders. Secluded by design, they reduce the risk of detection. Wildlife smuggling. Paths through forests or jungles had been exploited for trafficking exotic animals, plants, and other wildlife. These activities harm ecosystems and involve many of the same routes used historically for legitimate hunting or gathering. Modern underground tunnels. Inspired by pathways like the Underground Railroad, smuggling operations have become increasingly sophisticated with tunnels equipped with ventilation, lighting, and even rail systems. For example, tunnels under the U.S.-Mexico border often follow historic patterns of movement along ancient trails. Black market artifacts and resources. Ancient pathways lead not only through geographic terrain but also to hidden cultural sites. These trails are sometimes used by treasure hunters and smugglers seeking to loot archaeological artifacts or exploit natural resources illegally. How to locate old maps of ancient trails. Tracing the origins of these routes and finding maps requires a combination of historical research, geographical analysis, and modern technology. Here are some methods commonly used. Archival research. Historical societies, libraries, and national archives often house maps, journals, and other records that document these trails. For example, the Library of Congress has digitized many old maps, including indigenous trade routes and Underground Railroad pathways. University archives often feature collections of local historical trails. Indigenous knowledge. Native communities are invaluable sources of information about ancient trails. Oral histories, storytelling, and traditions often provide clues that maps cannot. Military records and histories. Trails used during wartime, such as those in Nazi-occupied territories or guerrilla routes, are often detailed in military documents or memoirs. Historical records from resistance movements can also shed light on escape paths. Geographic clues and topographical maps. Analyzing the landscape can reveal the location of ancient trails. Paths often followed natural features like rivers, ridges, or valleys. Modern topographical maps can highlight these enduring patterns. Tools like Google Earth or Geographic Information Systems (GIS) are also used to layer historical maps onto modern landscapes for analysis. Historical cartography websites. There are online platforms dedicated to preserving and sharing old maps, such as the David Rumsey Historical Map Collection or National Geographic's MapMaker. Archaeological studies. Research papers and studies by archaeologists often include details about ancient pathways. Excavation reports or findings can hint at where trails were historically located. Local histories and folklore. Regional museums or historical reenactment groups can be great resources for learning about trails tied to specific areas. Folklore often points to hidden pathways. Specialized books and guides. Many scholars have written extensively about specific trails, whether they're related to indigenous trade networks, escape routes, or other topics. Books on local or global history may include maps or references. Balancing exploration with responsibility while uncovering the past is important for preserving history. It's also essential to approach this topic ethically. Protecting these routes from further exploitation, ensuring the safety of indigenous lands, and respecting their historical significance are vital considerations. By examining the intersection of history, geography, and modern challenges, we uncover not just the resilience of human pathways, but also the need to safeguard their legacy.